Are you running out of storage space for all of your pictures and videos? Do you have too many full USB drives? Do you want to back up your photos and computer but don't have enough storage space? Do you pay way too much money for cloud storage for your family or small business? Do you want to stop paying for a Minecraft or Rust server for you and your friends? Well, boy, do I have the solution for you. For just 4 easy payments of your soul, you too can learn how to build a home server and solve all of these problems. Call 1-800-NOT-A-REAL-NUMBER now and learn how. There are many reasons that you might want a home server, but one of the most common is to back up files such as photos, videos, and any important documents that you might have stored digitally. You want to avoid backing up these documents on things like USB drives or USB hard drives because they are very unreliable and you could lose your data at any time. It's especially important that you make sure that you have backups of this stuff, because if your computer suddenly dies and then you go check the USB that you had it saved on and that was also dead, then your data is gone forever and that's all your fault. Another reason that you'll want a server is that you'll be able to store large quantities of data for very cheap amounts of money. The average family takes 300 photos per month, and that's going to add up to a lot of storage over a period of time. Now, you could go the cloud storage route, but that's rather expensive. Google costs $140 for 2 terabytes of data for a year. And Apple iCloud is $150 or more for the same amount. That's a very high amount of money for only 2 terabytes of storage. A 2 terabyte hard drive is only about $100, which means that you could potentially save a lot of money if your 2 terabyte hard drive lasts you 10 to 12 years. In addition, another reason that you want a server is that you can do all kinds of other stuff with it. That is including running a Plex server so you can watch your movies anywhere you are. That includes running a cloud storage server so you can have your own cloud service with a lot more storage on it for free. You can run all kinds of game servers for games like Minecraft, Valheim, Terraria, Rust, pretty much any game that's multiplayer on PC. So this is my server. It's made of an old gaming PC. So I've got some very old parts in it. I've got 16 gigs of RAM, an old graphics card because I need a video output because it's also a media PC to watch movies on. It's got an SSD for a boot drive and some hard drives in it to store data. I also have a UPS, which is an uninterruptible power supply, hooked up to it so that when the power goes out, the server won't shut down immediately, because if your game is saving, that can cause some issues and corrupt files. So basically what this UPS will do is it will give me enough time to safely shut down the computer when the power goes out, and that way we won't have any corrupt files or any issues like that due to power outages. Another useful feature of the UPS is that it shows how much power the server is drawing and how long the UPS is going to last on battery. So right now the server is only drawing 0.06 kilowatt hours. So it's not taking a lot of power, and it is running a Valheim server at the moment. So this will tell you that it won't cost that much money in power to keep your server running all the time. And it'll cost even less the more power efficient components that you use. Now, some other great reasons to have a Linux computer, not necessarily a server, just a Linux computer in general, around your house, is that it makes automating things incredibly easy. So you can run scripts to convert all of your Microsoft Word documents into PDFs. You can do 90 at the same time instead of having to manually convert them each separately. You can do a lot of other quick automation tasks like that incredibly quickly with Linux scripting, and it's pretty easy to do. Now, you might think that having your own server sounds expensive. Well, in reality, it's actually not that much money. So what I did for my server was I used some old parts from my old gaming computer and I turned it into a server. Now, if you don't have parts lying around, you can always look around on places like Craigslist or Kijiji if you're in Canada and try and find a used computer with good enough specs to run the server. Remember, your server doesn't need to be a very powerful computer. It just needs to be able to run Linux, which is a very simple to run operating system. I'll cover more about part choice in a future video, so make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss it. Now, for the cost of hardware, it'll be about, for new hardware, it'll be about $500 to $600, excluding hard drives. For used stuff, you'll be able to find it probably for $300 to $400, excluding hard drives. Now, all these prices are in Canadian dollars, so you can probably find it in cheaper if you live in America, because your dollar is better, but we won't get into exchange rates in this video. Hard drives are also fairly cheap. You can get a 6 terabyte hard drive for only 200 Canadian dollars. So you'll pay about 150% of what you'd pay for a 2 terabyte cloud storage service from Google. But what you'll get in return is a 6 terabyte drive that could last you 10 to 12 years. And all you have to do is pay an upfront cost. That is the benefit of having a server. And now if you ever need more storage, you can just keep adding in these hard drives. So you could have even like 10 hard drives, 60 terabytes of storage, or more if you buy higher capacity hard drives. And all it costs you is a smaller upfront cost than a yearly cost that you'll have to pay Google. So these are some of the benefits of having a Linux server. And if you want to know more, I'm making a series about setting up a server. So get subscribed, hit that bell, smash like, and I'll see you guys in the next video.